Namibia is one of those destinations where we cater for all type of hunters, from big game hunting, elephants, and even to the collectors, you know, going for species like the Damra dik-dik, the mountain zebra, or the Hartman zebra, black-faced impala. So, and we also cater for the family hunts, which is a great thing. You know, we have all this in one package, you know, in one country, which is amazing. And Namibia is just one of those destinations that's really family friendly and easy to travel to, yeah, great hunting, great areas, big free range areas to hunt as well. So it's a spectacular country to bring your family to.
So my dad's always wanted to take me to Africa, and this year he finally got to take me, and it was really exciting for the both of us because we knew this is our dream for I don't even know how long it's been. And so he got me a book, and I studied all the animals, and it really helped me a lot because it helped me like know all the animals and really see what's going on in Africa, and it was a big help.
Blue Collar Adventures, proudly sponsored by Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
My first international flight to Africa is a long flight, and I was a little bit nervous, but after being on the plane, you kind of get used to it. And I kind of enjoyed it because you're like got excited, you're going to Africa. And it was just, I slept most of the way. And let me tell you, the food wasn't the greatest, but it was all worth it when we got there.
So here we are, dream come true, getting to take this one to Africa. That one's been, this one's been, third time.
We land in Namibia and we meet up with Louis, and it was just amazing to see him. And right off the bat, as we were driving down the road, we see all these exotic animals running on the side of the road, and it was just crazy to see.
Well, my dad tells me a bunch of stories because he loves it here. So I know a bunch about Africa and the people. It's like they treat you like family here, and it's just a really cool place.
This is a dream come true. To get my daughter involved in conservation in Africa means everything to me. Bring people to the right place makes it all happen.
Well, since the day I met Jay at the Dallas Safari Club, our relationship evolved till where, you know, you've been with us a couple of safaris, and where he felt very comfortable bringing his daughter, you know, to come and hunt with us, which is amazing, you know, that he has that trust in us to bring his daughter to come and hunt with us. And also for me as a professional hunter and outfitter to share that passion with him through the next generation, and to teach them what hunting is about, what Africa is about, because a lot of people have a different perspective of how things really work in Africa. And that's the great thing, that we can get our kids, the new generation, involved and teaching them what it's all about, so that they can carry this all forward to the ones to come and hunt Africa still in the near future.
Ready to shoot?
Blue Collar Adventures, proudly sponsored by Cinnamon Creek Archery, Spot Hog, Matthews, Vortex, The Force Synoptics, Traeger Wood Pellet Grills, Pinnacle Hunting Supplies.
Nice. You clinched just a tiny bit. Now you're hot. Don't jerk up to look. Look through your scope. See a hole?
Yep.
Where is it?
Looks pretty good.
That one far above.
The bullseye?
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
That way we know where we...
Okay, you can. So when you flick off your safety, that's when I'm gonna start holding my breath. Listen, you know, it makes such a big difference when you support someone's elbow.
Yeah.
I take it when we shoot culling off the truck or something, to have my elbow raised makes a world of
Oh, that
difference.
back part of the gun, that's what's
Even
leverage.
even shooting off a bench.
Yeah.
If you don't have your elbow
For
raised in,
sure.
Yeah.
that's the big trick.
I'm gonna take a picture though.
But this is super good for kids. Like, they come over here to Africa. It's such a great experience. You know, it's amazing for them to hunt North America, but to have a chance to come to Africa, have my daughter learning from a PH that hunts all the time, every day, with new clients and new situations. Africa gives you more looks than anywhere else I've ever been. So you have to be ready to shoot off sticks, be ready to shoot, you know, off a rest. So
Freehand.
you get lots of experience here. And so for a kiddo to see it, plus to see the conservation, this is real conservation right here. It's probably where it originated. You guys have to manage everything perfectly to sustain what you have for so many years.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing to get the kids involved in a very young age, and to teach them gun safety, conservation, all that stuff. They're the next generation, you know, that's going to hunt with us. So, and for, you know, keep the hunting going. So yeah,
For
it's
sure.
great.
Not bad for
Awesome.
kiddo.
Off the sticks.
Bullseye off the sticks at 100. Center punched it. Much better than Dad did his first chance. I shot the bank the first time I came to
Yeah,
Africa off sticks.
Ever since I was little, my dad's always talked about conservation, and hunting's always about conservation. You're not just going out there to kill big animals, you're going out there to help the environment and help the animals. Well, in Africa, there's a big drought going on, and just to be out there and see all the animals, you gotta help them out, you gotta help the environment, help the younger ones grow, and take out some of the older ones so that way the new ones have a chance. All the money put into Africa is from hunters, and it's all helping the animals with the water holes and all the feed. We would go out every other day and we would put out salt blocks and water, and it would just help the animals. And without hunters, most of the animals would get really sick, and it could wipe out a whole population. And it's just not good down there.
Collar Adventures, proudly sponsored by Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare, Wilderness Athlete, KUIU, Ultralight Hunting, 40 Fit Radio, Psionics Digital Night Vision, the best of the West shooting system.
Good shot, Carson. Good shot. Right through the shoulder. Awesome. Good shot. Good shot, Carson.
Thank you.
He's dead on the spot.
That was stressful.
Your first Namibian animal. Thank you, Louie. Well done. Good job, baby. Excellent shot.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Carson.
Thank you. I think it's cool.
Pretty awesome, huh? We got your first African animal.
It's crazy.
Got a warthog.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. It's a great pleasure hunting with you.
First day in Africa was a success. We came out here this morning and we did some spot and stalk. It didn't work out, but then we went and ate some lunch and we came back out and sat in the blind for about 30 to 45 minutes, and Crystal actually shot her first African animal here, so it's cool that I got my first African animal here as well. And I'm just so blessed. This is an amazing warthog. I'm speechless right now. This is an amazing opportunity for kids like me to come out here and see beautiful land like Africa. It's an amazing experience for sure. Later that day, we decided we were going to go across the ranch and go look what's out there. And as we were out there, there was some red hartebeest way out in the distance. We decided to spot and stalk, and we got on one and then we would get off, and then we'd get on him and then we'd get off. It was really stressful at that moment.
Sounded like a hit.
Should she reload?
Reload.
He's going down.
And it was just an amazing feeling to know that I just did that off sticks, and it was my first ever red-hearted beast in Africa.
And your kids over here is better than the first time I came over here.
Oh my gosh.
Holy cow.
Well
done, well done.
Best of the West, 275 off the stick. That's a long shot for a big kid.
That's
Oh my God.
I've seen a lot of hunters that can't do
I
that.
can't make that shot that often.
Yeah.
Holy cow, good shot,
Good
baby.
patience.
Great
Good
shot.
patience. That was awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I felt really comfortable with Carson shooting that Best of the West rifle, and the setups he had was amazing. The sticks worked really well. I think the sticks is a big part of it as also, you know, but it's all the combination of it. And C had to pull off a really tough shot. I honestly have to say I see very few grown men can pull off that shot, and even for professional hunters, you know, you have to get your ducks in a row to pull off that shot. But she did amazing shot on the red hartebeest. Was over 270 yards, which is a long poke. But at the end of the day, it was a spectacular trophy, you know, and I felt comfortable with her doing that shot. But I saw him running, and then he just
Okay. Oh, look at him. Wow. What a shot.
What a shot.
What a shot, Carson.
Well done.
Oh my gosh, that's a great shot.
Congratulations, Carson. Beautiful, beautiful bull.
Oh my gosh.
Look at him. Oh my goodness, that's a perfect shot.
What a beauty. Old guy as well.
Oh my gosh, he's so pretty.
He's beautiful. One of the fastest antelopes in Africa.
Really?
Yep. Well, you did a good job there, really. It was not easy, you know, moving and going back and forth. Yes. Kept you cool. That's great.
That's awesome. Thanks to you, though.
Oh,
You found him.
you're welcome.
When we were up there, I was kind of a little bit freaked out, not gonna lie. I was hoping I would get a good shot and not wound him and not make him suffer. And Louie helped me out and gave me a elbow rest. And man, I'm so excited I can barely talk. Oh my gosh. He's so
that's great.
pretty.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It was not an easy shot, you know, it was, but sometimes you have to try your luck, and you did everything exactly like you were taught to do it, and it worked out good for us, you know. And this year it's very dry. Yeah, we have to harvest some of these animals. Luckily we have, you know, taken selective ones like this old bull, but it's also a good trophy. So, because they will probably not make it till the next raining season. So, but it's part of the management plan we have to do. It's someone has to do that tough job, but but it's also conservation, you know. Where I want all the other ones to survive for the next season, and so. But it's a good one that we harvested and selective trophy that we took out here, you know. And that's what people don't get about trophy hunting. They think we just shoot the first animal or whatever we want to shoot, but it's all selective. That's why it's our job as professional hunters. Even though if I go and hunt in the States, I want someone to tell me to shoot the right buck, you know. And that's the way we do it over here. It's all selective hunting, to select the right animal, old animal, it's past its prime, and hunt those. And exactly what we're supposed to do. Well, congratulations on a beautiful trophy, Carson. It's awesome. I'm glad I could share this with you.
But I've loved it ever since I was a little kid. I can't remember when we weren't hunting or outdoors. This is just what I've grown up doing, and I love it, and I'm probably never going to stop loving it.
couple days into Namibia. I've got my daughter here. And what a great way to learn conservation here in Africa. If it wasn't for hunters and people that take care of the animals, you look at this water behind me, you notice there's nothing. There's just dirt. It's we can't control the droughts, but we can put money into having some water. We put some salt out, we put some mineral block out. That's what conservation's all about, and people don't get. But without hunters coming here, there'd be no money for this. Just to have my daughter out here and see the conservation part, we're having a great time hunting. But the main part I wanted to learn is to pass on to her generation what Hunting Africa is all about. It's about conservation, how that hunters help conservation here in Africa, and how without Louis, Ace, Peter taking care of the animals in their ranch, there'd be nothing for us to come see.